Good morning. Good morning to you as well. Mangango constituents in Western Province, Chair. Mangango is in Kauna District. Thank you.
Thank you. Kaumbo.
Thank you, Chair, and good morning. Good morning, Chongwe, and welcome to the Committee on Local Government Accounts. I'm Honorable Dr. Aaron Nyoza, Member of Parliament for Kaumbwe constituency in Petoge District. Thank you.
Town Clerk. Looking straight into your eyes is your servant, humble servant, privileged to sit in for the chair, substantive chairperson, Mutelo Mishek, MP for Mitete, who always say, calm down. We are just looking into what has been brought before us by yourselves. On that note, let bygones be bygones. Again, this is 2026. Walk us through your report, if you may. We have been joined by an officer. May we know the officer before we... Sorry, sir.
Thank you, Chairperson, for your indulgence, and good morning to you and the honorable members of your committee. Chongwe Municipal Council, you are welcome. I'm Kazinga Kennedy, permanent witness from the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. Thank you, Chair.
You are welcome. You may carry it.
Thank you, Chair, for having us to present our report on the memorandum to the Parliamentary Committee on Accounts of Local Authorities on the Constituency Development Fund CDF report by the Auditor General for the financial year ended 31st December 2024 on paragraph 30. I'll go to specific query, specific audit findings, and maybe I'll just go to cause of the query.
You read the matter,
Okay.
then you go to the cause.
A. Implementation of secondary boarding school and skills development bursaries, payment to students not on the approved list. Cause of the query, management acknowledges the Auditor General's observation regarding the 10 students not on the approved list for 2024 bursaries. This was as a result of the 10 new students that were replaced after the first approved list and because of non-reporting. Action taken, management engaged the Ministry of Local Government through PROGO to request for approval of the replacement names and provided the Council with the final amendment approved list. We have attached the appendix 1, which shows the amended approval. Remedial measure, management will ensure to carry out monitoring and conduct headcounts and strengthen control procedures by enforcing mandatory cross-checking of beneficiaries lists against approved bursary schedules prior to payment. We now go to cross-cutting issues. Appendix 1, funding and budget versus funding. So there's a variance of 2.4 million there, cause of the query. Management acknowledges the Auditor General's observation in relation to the variance between the approved budget, which is CD of 8.6, and the amount is base of 25 million. The variance of 2.4 arose due to the partial release of funds during the financial year. What action have you taken? Management wish to report that engagements were made with the relevant funding authorities to release the outstanding funds. We have attached the appendix 2 there. Remedial measure, management will strengthen the budget execution monitoring and enhance coordination with the funding institutions to ensure timely release and utilization of funds. Additionally, planning for retained funds will be improved to minimize variances in future for financial periods. Appendix 1.1 is retained funds of 2.8. Cause of the query, management acknowledges auditor's observation in relation to the retained funds amounting to 2.8. the retention arose from the funds set aside for the procurement of capital assets, specifically one ambulance and one bike. Action taken: management formally received the ambulance and the motorbikes from our parent ministry, local government. We've attached Appendix 3 to show that particular evidence. Remedial measure: management will continue to abide by the ministerial directives and implement as guided. Appendix 2.1, total unspent funds on community projects. There's a table analysis by our colleagues Auditor General. I want to just go to management response on some unspent funds on capital community projects. So for the clinic, yes, there was a delay at the time when the auditors came through. This project is since complete. We've attached the appendix as well. The ablution block at November, yes, there was a delay by the contractor. This project has since been completed. Procurement of motorbikes. We wish that the motorbikes were delivered. We've attached the delivery notes to show that the motorbikes were procured.
RIA, number 2 there, the project called Center Wonga Primary School. This was a 3-year contract. We want to report that the project has been completed. We have evidence to that effect. Then the road rehabilitation at the time, the cause of the query was we had not got equipment and also the rains, but I wish to report that we managed to work on feeder roads. Procurement of desks, there was delay by the procurement process. Of course, we had some few substandard desks which were corrected. Of course, we retained the money until the quality desks were procured. That's when we paid out that money, and we want to report that desks have been delivered. Then number 5, the ambulance. We wish to report that the ambulance is working and operational. Remedial measure: management will strengthen project planning, procurement scheduling and expenditure monitoring to enhance time utilization of community projects, funds, and minimize the accumulation of unspent balances in the future for financial periods. Appendix 2.2 is total unspent funds on empowerment grant. There's a 96,800 there, which is a 4%. Cause of the query: we wish to acknowledge the auditor's observation regarding the unspent empowerment grants of that amount, which is equivalent to 4% of the total funding. This was as a result of some beneficiaries who had submitted wrong accounts at a time. And I wish to report that this amount has since been paid out to beneficiary clubs. We've attached an appendix there to show. Remedial measure: management to enhance planning and monitoring of empowerment grants disbursements to ensure timely utilization of funds and minimize unspent funds at the end of the financial year. Appendix 2.3, total unspent funds, secondary boarding and skills development. So there's unspent about 19%. Just the cause of the query: we want to acknowledge again the findings by our auditors for unspent funds amounted to 1.3, representing 19% of the total funds available for the secondary boarding and skills development as at of 31st December 2024. The unspent balance resulted from the committed funds for students at various skill centers or training institutions, if you may like, whose school calendar starts in the 3rd quarter of the year and overlaps into the following year. What action have we taken? The remaining balance was subsequently utilized in 2025. We've actually shown evidence on Appendix 6. Remedial measure: management will continue paying upon receipt of invoices and the verification of students. Appendix 2.4 is total unspent funds or loans. So there we were queried unspent funds on loans. As the cause of the query, management acknowledges the auditor's observation regarding unspent loans, funds of 912,000, representing 22% of the total amounts available for the loans program as at 31st December 2024. The unspent balance arose because of the loan repayment, recovery, and interest which were not disbursed as at 31st December 2024. Action taken. The remaining balance, Chair, has been disbursed or was disbursed in 2025. We have attached an appendix to show our evidence in that regard. Remedial measure. Management to ensure timely disbursement to eligible beneficiaries to minimize unspent balances in future financial periods. Appendix 2.5 is total unspent funds administrative costs. I'll go to the cause of the, management response. Management ensured that administrative expenses were processed and accounted for in accordance with the approved budgets and financial regulations. Remedial measure, management will continue to monitor administrative expenses to ensure full compliance with budget allocation and timely utilization of the funds in future periods. Appendix 3, community projects.
Let's go to 3.1.
Okay. So 3.1 is basically analysis on the desks, and the total value of the undelivered desks was 1.8. At the time of audit, we were queried why was the money sitting in the account. Cause of the query. Management acknowledges the auditor's observation regarding the procurement of desks, where 1.6 desks, 1,600 desks were delivered, and there was a balance of 829 desks remaining undelivered as at 31st December 2024. The undelivered balance of 1.8 across arose due to substandard desks which were delivered by our local contractors, and after the rectification, the desks were supplied. Action taken. Management has since received all the desks, and we paid out. When they deliver quite desks, we paid out.
What the balance there? All the desks.
Yes. We have attached appendix 8 there. Remedial measure. Management to ensure to improve procurement scheduling to ensure that future assets deliveries are completed in line with approved budgets and timeline. Furthermore, management will ensure frequent monitoring when manufacturing of the desks in order to ensure adherence to stipulated specifications. 3.2 is delivery of desks. Again, we had the 89 there. Cause of the query. Management acknowledges the auditor's observation that out of 529 desks supplied to schools, 89 desks were found to be substandard. The issue arose due to poor quality desks which were returned for rectification to local supply or contractor. Action taken. Management has engaged the supplier to replace or work on the 89 defects in accordance with the contract terms and conditions. The desks have since been worked on and delivered. We have attached appendix 9. Remedial measure. Management will enhance quality control measures during procurement, including pre-delivery inspections and the adherence to technical specifications to prevent the substandard desks in future procurements. Appendix 4, failure to operationalize completed facilities. Number 1, Njolwe, Chainda. Management response chair, cause of the query. We wish to acknowledge the auditor's observation. The Njolwe clinic has not been operationalized due to lack of medical equipment and the staff house. The ablution block at November was not also operational due to defective water tank. Action taken. Management has since received submission for the procurement of medical equipment for Njolwe Clinic from the Ward Development Committee to be considered under 2025. The ablution block at November Clinic has since been optionalized. We have attached an appendix 10 there. Remedial measure. Management to improve planning and coordination between project completion, staffing and commissioning to ensure that all completed facilities are operationalized promptly. Monitoring mechanisms will be strengthened to prevent delays in the use of completed projects in the near future. Appendix 6, Youth, Women and Empowerment Grants Performance Analysis. Cause of the query. Management acknowledges the Auditor General's observation regarding the youth, women empowerment grants for Chongwe constituency. Out of 132 applications received in 2024, only 105 beneficiaries were approved and paid, resulting in an approved rate of 80%. This was as a result of some beneficiaries who had submitted wrong account numbers. Action taken, the remaining balance of 96,000 has since been paid. We've attached Appendix 5. Remedial measure, management will ensure we enhance planning and monitoring of empowerment grant disbursements to ensure timely utilization of funds and minimize unspent balances at the end of the financial year. Appendix 6.4, an authorized change of approved grant projects. Total was 12 cooperatives there. Cause of the query, management acknowledges Auditor General's observations regarding the unauthorized change of approved grant projects. This was due to the beneficiaries changing the projects without obtaining authorization from the local authority. What action have we taken? Management engaged the affected beneficiaries to seek authority, and the projects have since been approved and ratified by a CDF committee. We've attached Appendix 11. So I'll go straight to Appendix 7.2, failure to recover loans. Management response, cause of the query. Management acknowledges the Auditor General's observation regarding failure to recover loans. Out of 21 beneficiaries, one beneficiary did not make payments due to during the period, the default period 1 to 12 months, resulting in unrecovered funds of 158,000. The delay in repayment arose due to non-compliance by the beneficiary. Action taken. Management has since engaged the defaulting beneficiary to recover the outstanding loans. We've attached Appendix 12 there. Remedial measure, management will strengthen loan monitoring, follow-up, and enforcement procedures to ensure timely repayment by all beneficiaries. Additionally, strict vetting and compliance checks will also be implemented for future loan disbursement to minimize defaults. So I'll go to Appendix 8, bursaries performance analysis. That's how we performed. Cause of the query. Management acknowledges the Auditor General's observation regarding the beneficiary performance analysis, where 1,000 skills development and 709 secondary applications were received, of which 333 skills development and 644 secondary school beneficiaries were sponsored. Now, 333 skills development students were sponsored out of the 1,000 received due to high fees quoted from the training institutions, while 644 secondary school beneficiaries out of the 709 were sponsored as of the applicants were from private school and boarding schools. Further, management wishes to note that 273 skills development and 162 secondary boarding beneficiaries have graduated during the period under review, as 60 skills development students had progressed to 2 years of their program, and 482 secondary boarding beneficiaries had progressed to higher grades. Action taken. Management will continue to engage with the training institutions in regard to offering of affordable fees. Remedial measures. Management will continue to comply with the CDF guidelines. Chair, with your indulgence, I wish to submit our report for Chongwe. Thank you.
So we are totally grateful. Just for your knowledge that we are live, both on Facebook, radio, and TV. Honorable members, if there are any points of clarifications. Mangango.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, we go to page 1.
Page 1,
Yes.
TC, and your team.
on implementation of secondary boarding school and skills development bursaries, where we had the chair 10 students that were paid for, but were not on the approved list. We are told here, Chair, that they made replacements of the students that were earlier selected to go to this institution by the name of Fountain Gate Training Center. Now, my question, Chair, is what gave you the right to pay for them before the names were approved by the committee, firstly? And secondly, why did you have, or why did you select students that would not come for lessons? Or in simple terms, why didn't the students that were selected, or the youths that were selected to go and learn, why didn't they go and learn? What reasons were given to them? I mean, were given by them that they were not able to report? In simple terms, it's like the students that were selected were not interested in maybe to go and learn. Also, what reasons were behind was behind them not going to school? I submit, Chair.
TC.
Thank you very much, Chair, for that valuable question. Yes, as you are aware, Chair, these students are identified by the WDC, the World Development Committee. So what happens that when the list come to the CDF committee, the approval, we take it that someone is interested to go for training. But at the time of reporting, some may find other opportunities, and there was none reporting. So the same WDC sat again, I think there's a minute there, to say these should be replaced, and we reported to the CDF committee. That's how we again communicated to the provincial government officer who gave us authority for us to proceed. That's what happened. Thank you.
On the same, Honorable Member of Parliament from Fumbwe.
Thank you very much, Chairperson, for giving me this chance to. I shouldn't have asked, but from the reply that we have received from the town TC, it makes me ask a question. You have stated that you have the minutes for those that the 10 were picked from the CDFC. Where are the minutes? Maybe just kind of to show us the minutes. On which page?
Wait. Just give it back to town clerk.
Yes, I was asking, do we have them in this file, or you just brought them now?
TC.
Chair, we want to apologize. We didn't attach it, so we decided to come with the evidence. We apologize.
Make life easy. First, if they are not here, you would say they are not here. And normally, when you have additional information, at the starting point, you do what? You present such. So you have now come with the minutes. TC?
Yes, Chair, we have.
Do you have any other information that you may want to submit together with those minutes, so that we do not have the back and forth? If you have, please submit.
Thank you very much, Chair. We've come with also bank statements for the grants. We also have approval letters. I think this one is attached to the minutes, to the minute book. I think they're the only ones we have. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Mangango. We are admitting those additions It's not only today. We do admit some type in the form of an addendum. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Chair, the TC has not yet answered my question. One of my questions was what prompted you to pay for students that were not yet approved by the CDF committee? Because when you are given names, then they are brought in the CDF committee, and then they are approved. After approval, that's when they are paid for. But what prompted you to pay for these 10 students without approval? I submit, sir.
You see?
My colleagues are planning to just chip in.
Planner?
Yes, thank you, Chair. I think as the TC has mentioned, upon the WDC bringing in the minutes and then the students getting approval, that was the time after the approval was obtained, that's when the payment was done. Because normally we do not pay until after we've done our verifications to ensure that the students we're paying for are the ones that are in the institution.
The planner. Did you pay? Did you instruct the Director of Finances to pay for all the approved students? After having paid for all, then you found out that some had not reported. They had gone, according to the TC, they have gone some other ways. When you answer like that, the hands will continue rising up. That's why it was found that you paid for 10 that were not on the what? Approved list. That's the question. When you answer like that, then it will be, at what time did you pay for panel A and panel B? TC, you'll be for you? You've heard the question.
Heard the question?
And you've heard the answer.
Yes, I heard.
Is that correct?
Chair, I want to say that we have the approval letter from the Minister of Law Government through the PROGO, which allowed us to action the action from the Council.
Mangango?
Thank you very much. You know what? Don't make your work very difficult. Your work is very simple and easy. Can you read or maybe we ask the planner, read that second paragraph, just to read the second paragraph.
We're on page 1.
The one that starts with however. However, a review of the approved skills development bursary is released and payment voucher revealed that 10 students sponsored with amounts totaling 287,88,100 not on the 2024.
Switch off.
Does that tally with the
Planner? Through the principal? Yes, madam.
Yes, so we have a master copy of all the students that were
To planner.
Yeah, through. Can you planner, make your work easy. TC, we are not trying to complicate things here. I've asked a very simple question to say, this statement that the planner is from reading, is it tallying with the response that she has given me? The answer is yes or no, not explanations beyond the expected answer. You will be tired up. Can you make your work very easy? Calm down. Just answer the questions as they come. Give precise and correct answers, and then we shall be going. Planner, This is statement you are from reading with the response that you are from committee. I submit you.
Planner?
The response I'm giving, that's what obtains on the ground. I was just trying to explain to say that we have a master copy list that was initially approved in February of all the students in the district, and the one that we have of the 10 students also obtained from the government office.
All right. You have the master copy.
Yes.
What was
Sorry?
the master copy or the second one?
What was paid for?
Yes. Master copy included the 10 students. Those students at the time of auditing were found on the master copy, paid for, but they were not in school. Then the answer has come, yes, we did a replacement. We don't want to give you the answers, but the paying, you paid for the master what? Copy. That included the 10 that were done what? Replaced. Is that the case or not? That's why they're asking you.
Yes, Chair, that's the case. Thank you for helping us. Thank you.
So you want me to be part and parcel of Chongwe? To just make life easy. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. But then, TC, why did you allow this query to come out the way it has come out? Why didn't you sort it out that actually these students that are not on the 2024 list, they are also here, so that you would have sorted out this matter before it even came here? Why didn't you do that? For you to wait until it has come before your committee, that's when you start answering questions that are taking you round and round. Why didn't you do that?
I want to say that there was an omission. If you check the appendix, there are 2 letters from our provincial government officer. There's the initial one and the amended one. So I think there was an omission of this second one. That's how the query could not be dropped. So I want to apologize once more.
Yes, that's why the question is coming.
Yeah.
Why didn't you give on to the external auditors the second approval?
That's what I'm saying. There was an omission. Had we provided the 2 letters, the query could have been dropped. Thank you.
Yes, you help yourself. So what do you say to that omission? Because this query would not have been here. Yeah, it would have been here. The external auditors, they are officers like all of us. Give them what they would ask from you. You are going to have only cross-cutting what? Issues. This would be the last one, so that we move to Kaumbo. Is it on the same? Okay. Last.
Thank you, Chair. Or not, because they thought this question before it comes before their committee. What was in their mind was that even if they ask us, we'll answer. So when were you audited, first of all? Which date were you audited?
TC?
TC.
Thank you very much. So the auditors, I think, came around June to August. I think it was a month or 2 months auditing. I can't remember the exact date. Director Finance, you would remember the exact date, but that's the period we audited. June to August 2025, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Good. They're agreeing. They're in the agreement.
Thank you, Chair. Then all the same, it falls, Chair, back to the same issue, because if it's June 2025, this letter was written on 24th August 2024. So it is still falls back to the negligence of not actually ironing out issues with the external auditors. So TC, I think, as it has been mentioned by the chair, iron out some of the issues before you come here. You wouldn't even have had a question on specific findings. Yeah, that can give you a very good image. Some issues, you approach them, you iron them out, so that you listen on the questions that will come before your committee. You appear as a good counsel, you know. Yes, even the Bible says so.
So we don't,
not a chair.
We don't quote the Bibles. We are in Parliament. Kaumbwe.
Thank you, Chair. I take the committee to page 3.
Page 3?
Yes, total unspent funds. The council has a balance brought forward around 7,165,466, and then funding in 2024 towards community projects was 13,063,48,000. But my interest is on the unspent funds. Unspent funds as at 31st December 2024, which is 5,011,555. So you have management response has given a breakdown on how these unspent funds were utilized. On the same page 3, we have a table showing the projects where the funds were used. But the first question is under 2023 projects, there were 3 projects, and yet the table is only showing 2 projects. Where is the 3rd project?
TC, where is the 3rd project?
Yes.
Page 3, yes. Sir, if you may switch off your mic. TC, Director of Works, Planner.
Where this table was captured by Auditor General, so we've captured the way it was the project. So I don't think there's any project which is if we missed out one, but this is how it was captured by our colleagues Auditor General.
You switch off your mic. Yes, Kaumbwe.
Well, okay, if it was captured by Auditor General, but you are the ones that are supposed to confirm, verify that under 2023, the work in progress or projects under 2023 were supposed to be 3 projects, but what you have accounted for is only 2 projects. Well, the unspent funds, 5 million. You have, but sorry, Chair. This page 3. You're saying they are saying this was captured by the Auditor General, but it's a management response. So it's a response should come from them.
If you see your table, it is saying management response, page 3 into page 4.
Yes, Chair. So the table goes up to page 4, highlighting those projects. I think in total there are about 5 or 6. On the first table is about 3, and then also we have another one way up to 5. So I think we've highlighted all those which are captured and which were queried by Auditor General.
You confirm that this table was provided by yourselves, because it is a management response. Maybe let me take you through to appreciate a problem. If you go to page 7, under community projects, in 2023, that's the second last column, in 2023, work in progress, you had 3 projects. And in 2024, work in progress, you had 5 projects. And when you go to page 3, the work in progress for projects under 2024 is well accounted for. There are 5 projects. Project number 1, which is procurement of motorbikes. The project number 2, rural electrification. Project 3, rehabilitation of roads. So there are 5 projects. They are well accounted for. But for projects that were carried forward from 2023, you had 3 projects, but you have only accounted for 2 projects here.
Jesse?
Answer. Thank you very much. So I've seen that I think our table, maybe my apology the way we handled it, but the other projects, the road, it's actually showing on page 8. It's accounted for maybe on 3. We should have done the same, but the other project was outstanding roads. So I think that was another project. Thank you.
So are you now agreeing? So, I'm seeing the Director of Works nodding. When you nod, it will not be recorded. So, Town Clerk, give the Director of Works. What are you nodding onto?
Thank you very much, Chair. No, I'm just confirming that the road project was also supposed to appear under the 2023.
But at first you did not agree with the committee to say, no, you are not seeing properly. Not until the member took you to page 7. Our job is just to seek points of what? Clarifications. But the problem you have is when a question is asked, you tend to go all the ways like it is that science. You know that science, eh? Skyrocket science. These are simple issues. Yes, sir?
You're under the same page 3.
Are you still giving how you numbered your table? Number 1, number 2. Number 1, number 2.
Under the same page 3, community projects, you have unspent funds as at 31st of December 2020. And your explanation is that these funds were spent on ongoing projects. And you have listed the projects that were ongoing with an amendment of the road project under 2023. And you have referred us to Appendix 4 to see how the unspent funds of 5,011,555 kwacha, how it was spent, to give it a breakdown. And so let's go to Appendix 4 so that we see how the 5 million is accounted for. In Appendix 4, there are only 2 ledgers. Procurement of desks, that's the first one, with a total amount of 3,264,583. Then the second ledger is rehabilitation of roads, 4.6 million. and it is showing the breakdown how the 4.6 million was spent. Well, I want to find out how was the 5 million accounted for by looking at the appendix number 4 to account for the expenditure, because I cannot make these figures add up.
Of course, when you add up the figures,
Yes. And it was on, the ledger was only for 2 projects.
3 plus 4. So how did we utilize the 5 million?
Thank you, Chair. Since there were projects that were running from 2023, then we went into 2024. All we provided, Chair, is a ledger to show where we had picked from the 2023, and we continued with the 2024 funding. Unfortunately, Chair, we did not make a breakdown as per what the Honourable Member would have loved to see. But
no, not the Honourable Member. We are following the 5 million. It has not come from the Honourable Member. It's coming from the Chongwe. It's coming from, not the Chongwe, it's coming from Chongwe. It's not coming from the Honourable Member. So where have you tabulated the usage of the 5 million?
Thank you, Chair, once again. It's an omission that we did not provide the breakdown. Of course, the 3.2 million, it has been highlighted properly. But on the roads, Chair, it's an omission. We should have ended at adding what was supposed to equate to the 5 million.
Do you have that information in CHOP?
Yes, Chair. When they come for verification, we'll be able to avail that information.
No, we want it.
Here, sir, we have not come with it.
Yeah, but it's there in Chongwe.
Yes.
You think you can vanish Secretariat with that information?
Yes, Chair, we'll be able to provide that information.
Please do. We just go with what is before us.
Noted, Chair.
And when you say go to appendix, so we go there, we find it is going up to close to 8 million. We were asking for 5 million. You know, in accounts, even one in way matters, eh? Yes, sir?
Even though this table on page 3, it is explaining that the 5 million is spent on these projects. On Doorway Clinic, the project which has since been completed, the rehabilitation of roads, rural electrification. So we expect that the 5 million is spent on these projects. And what you have given so far is just expenditure towards only 2 and roadworks. There's no rural electrification at this primary school, and also Jolwe Clinic, and ablution block at Mwaluvemba Clinic. My question is this 5 million, was this 5 million spent on these projects that you have highlighted?
TC?
In affirmative, Chair, we cannot lie to this committee. The information is there. Projects are complete. We can provide that information. Even today or tomorrow, we can provide that information. Thank you.
We like that, but you had all the ample time. I should think Parliament gives ample time for you local authorities to submit. When you do your report, just do a due diligence. It will help us. It will help us. This report is I don't want to start like I'm concluding. But you are just failing to come out. Please, let's have that information. Because if we had that information, it was going to give us time to get to know whether it's true or not. The danger now is that you may just go and, do you know cooking, that documents can be cooked. You can just go and cook. Kaumbwe.
Chair, under the same, if we look at Appendix 4, there is a payment item. Council bought a plate compactor at the second last page of the ledger on roadworks. Second last page, so the one the fourth item on 8th January 2025, Council procured a plate compactor at 13,765.50 kwacha, and the payee was Radiant Stores Limited. Then
are we following?
Let's go to Appendix 4.
Hold your pace. Are we following?
Appendix 4.
Let's go to Appendix 4.
And the ledger on roadworks. The first one is procurement of desks. The second one is rehabilitation of roads. Rehabilitation of roads has 3 pages. So the middle page, which is the, are we there? Now the fourth row, the item on the fourth row on 8th of January 2025, the payee was Radiant Stores, procured a plate compactor at 13,765. Then so the 5th row from the bottom on the 23rd May 2025, that is 5 months later, the pay it says refund by Mikma Investment Limited, whose account was wrongly credited for the procurement of a plate compactor. So Mikma gave a refund. The question here, or what we want to see the clarification is, you bought a compactor from Mikma or from Radiant Stores?
Are we on the same page? Sir, switch off. So where did we buy the compactor from? Radiant Stores, Mikima.
Yes, Chair. So these are blades for the compactor, but I think maybe the Director of Finance can confirm through the payment.
Director of Finance, one who generated the works. Engineer, can you speak through the mic?
Okay, so this is a spare part for the compactor. It's a plate which we were trying to
Where did we buy it from? Mikima or Radiant Stores?
Okay, issues to do with procurements. It's a procurement unit, but from the statement here, there was a mistake where they deposited the money. The money was deposited in a wrong account.
The answer has come. Yes, you switch off. Director, what's that answer? Thank you very much. That's procurement. Audit, internal. Okay, yes. Yes, madam.
Thank you, Chair. The account that was given was wrong. Hence, the refund was requested that they pay back so that the rightful persons were meant to receive the funds.
You switch off. Switch off. What you are telling your committee is that you sent money to Mikima and that was wrong. That's why they had to do a refund. Then now you paid to the other dealer. Is that what you are claiming? Or I'm giving you the answers?
No, Chair, that is the correct picture. They had initially given us the wrong account, so we got the details from the procurement unit, because they normally get these details from the suppliers. So they give us the bank details. So the attachment that we had received was having the same details that we used at first, and apparently those details that we used at first were not correct. So we had to request the company that was paid to refund us back, Chair.
Internal auditor. Where were you? I'm glad you came to help. Let's hear you. Where were you? So that this matter was now picked by external auditors. That's why internal controls are very, very important. I want to be winding up. But are you seeing these issues that are coming out? Any question, Kaumbwe?
It's not very clear as to, first of all, they are contradicting themselves. Saying the engineer says that it was a spare part of a plate compactor. The narration here, everybody can see that it is a procurement of a plate compactor.
I like the engineer. So when it comes from here, you nod. When you are given chance to talk, it's something else.
So what was procured? And because for us, we depend on the information that you've given here.
Where is procurement?
And is this plate compactor in Chongo? And now that Mikima refunded, is the physical item there? Because they refunded. So did you? And it took 5 months. January you made the payment. And in May, you got a refund from Mikma. Such a long time.
Then, have you gotten the question?
Yes, Chair. The question is, has the spare part been delivered? I think that's the question from the Honorable.
What's the answer?
The answer is the spare part was delivered and our equipment continued working. It's there, even the delivery note is there.
Where is the delivery note?
Chair, that's why we're saying we want to apologize. Maybe the way this ledger was made by our officers from finance, not by Auditor General's report. So that narration there could have missed, say, procurement of a plate compactor. It's supposed to be, this was done by an accountant, so not an engineer. So
look here,
we want
don't entangle yourself. Where is procurement? Yes, where is the procurement officer?
I am here, Chair.
Yes, are you able to give us the solution so that we move?
Chair, Bacha, The plate compactor was what was procured.
Come again?
We procured the plate compactor.
Okay. Are you getting what your committee, what the honorable member seeing up here? Seeing the mix-up. What should we go with? TC?
Chair, I've just been provided with the payment voucher of what was procured, the spare for that machine. So the evidence is here. I wish to request that this is a small issue which can be verified by internal, external auditors. The spare part was procured. Thank you.
Honorable members, I would want us to conclude. It's like we are going 2 circles on this one. We are going 2 circles. Angle.
TC can
Before Director Engineer. For how long? Sir, if you may switch on.
I reported in December.
Which December?
2025.
That could be the reason as to why. Because we are talking of 2024.
So Chair, I have a voucher here which explains that item so that you can have.
But when we
clear.
asked you, you said the voucher was in Chongwe. Now it's been found. Is it part and parcel of the report?
It's more. It's an additional information. So I just wanted to.
You gave it
clarify more.
when I said give extra information. Did you give it out?
No, we didn't give it out. But just like the TC said, this was our ledger. We didn't expect that question to come.
But you carried it.
Yes.
Why did you carry that voucher?
Sure. So through the chair, maybe you can give me a chance so I
Take your
explain
time.
the.
Take your time.
Sure.
That's why you had to come with that document.
Yes, sir.
Because at the back of your minds, all of you, you knew something would come out. TC, whatever information you would have come with, just give us. Whether we would seek a clarification out of it or not, it's none of your business. You don't predetermine us. So, it's only you who has that voucher. And you want to read it out from there. Then you think your committee will accept. You submit that document to Secretariat. In this order, Mufumbwe, Mangango, Kaumbwe. Okay, for the different question hold. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Chair. I think, Chair, I'd just like to advise the TC that here you earlier advised that even if it's a so TC, for you to tell your committee that this is a small issue, a query comprising of 715,875. That's the price of a house. And it is a small query, but you are appearing before the committee. It was picked by auditors, it was query. You come before your committee, seeing it as a small query. Don't be very casual and very comfortable with such queries. as small as they may appear, they were picked by external auditors, meaning it's a very, very serious matter. It was brought before your committee so that you can explain further on such matters. So I think it can be good, Chair, that the TC withdraws his statement saying this is a small matter. It's not a small matter, it's a very big matter. It can cause you to be arrested even if it's a coin. If you take things very casually like that, then it's very, very unfortunate of you. We are asking very nice questions, we are very cooperative and very good. It's not that maybe we are whatever, no. We are very serious. We are doing our role as a committee. So I don't know which questions you want us to look at that are more serious. Which ones are very serious? If this one is a small matter, which matter is bigger to you? Maybe you can address us.
Sir, thank you very much. TC, you've heard.
I have heard, Chair. I want to withdraw my earlier statement to say it's a small issue. What I meant is on the 13,000 for that spare part, but I wish to withdraw and apologize. Thank you.
Even if it's a 1,000 kwacha, no small issues here. How much is a chicken in Chongwe? On average, village or broiler, how much?
The village at 150, broiler around 220, some.
Any thief who steals a chicken and taken to court, are they jailed or not? In Chongwe?
They are jailed.
Yes, 150. So no simple issues here. AG, let's write it down like the equally said, so that we'll go and re-verify. Next question. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. I don't know whether this should be an advice to Chongwe Town Council. Well, is it a municipal council now?
Municipal.
It's a municipal council, sorry. That on page 13.
Page 13?
Yeah. Chair, you are aware that the President is very passionate about loan recovery. Our citizens are being encouraged to pay back whatever they borrow. And I'm sure, TC, you are also aware that this year around, our people in Chongwe, especially those that had applied for the loans, may not get the loans because the monies have been, and that does not mean now our people in Chongwe will not continue getting the loans. They will continue getting the loans. However, we are also aware that these loans are revolving funds, so that the people that could have borrowed earlier pay back and the new people can also benefit. It is not the end. Now, we have a situation where we have this issue, and Chongwe is not the only council which has this issue, many of them, and we still have a challenge with most of the councils in Zambia over the loan recovery. The President said whoever could have borrowed, let us have that culture. I know this has been a problem to most of the councils, in 8, which was queried. And the way you have explained it, we have dealt with many councils who have not been very economical with the evidence that they submit to this committee. But Chongwe Council, you have been very economical. You are not submitting the information that will be very helpful for us to come up with a very good report, which we are going to hand over to Madam Speaker. Because what we want to know is at which rate are we moving in terms of loan recovery. And
so, Honorable Member, it's not an advice. The question is, how are you doing in Chongwe as far as loan recoveries are concerned? Loan. How are we doing?
So, Chair, thank you for that, for cutting the story short. But I wanted to give a background from where we're coming from, so that as they go, they should know that this is a very serious issue. We needed to know how they are doing, because if you look at the evidence that has been tendered, when you look at Appendix 12,
Appendix
I take
12?
you to Appendix 12.
Appendix 12. Yes, sir.
Yes, when you look at this, we only have demand notices. But we have not been availed to the progress that Chongwe Council has made. And these demand notices were made on the 16th, when you look at the first page, on the 16th May 2024. And it goes on and on. I was trying to look at everything was done almost on the same date. So how would this committee know from 16th May 2024 to date? How would this committee know? So my appeal is that we needed this information to see the progression after having the notices. What is the response from the people? Where are we in terms of loan repayment? We wanted to come up with a percentage. At what percentage are you as Chongwe? So for me, Chair, that is how I wanted to end.
Thank you very much. It still comes to the same. Where are we? After the demand notices, where are we? Yes.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe I can take you to Appendix 7.
Appendix 7.
Thank you, Chair. When you look at that letter that is appearing there, we had made a total collection of 1.3 from the loan recoveries, Chair. And this 1.3 was added to the 3.7 million that was sitting in account for us to continue with the disbursements. So, Chair, we are not sitting idle, so we raised about 1.3 million from the recoveries. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Mufumbwe.
Thank you very much. What you have presented here is okay. However, when you look at other councils, they've gone further to show this committee how each and every individual who could have gotten
company.
Oh yes, whether company or maybe, but these companies, they belong to individuals as well. Some, how are they faring? Because we have seen a situation with other councils who have stipulated on how much they have defaulted per company. So that would be very helpful to see exactly which company is doing very well and which company is not doing very well in terms of loan repayment. But when you give us a block figure, we are unable to deduce how these companies are doing. Thank you.
TC?
Thank you very much. Just to appreciate the counsel from Honorable Kamondo that we should have provided those statistics. We attempted to do on page 13 or one beneficiary who defaulted, but I think what we can do is provide further analysis on what has happened.
We the one.
Yes.
Yes. But he's not talking of the one only. He's talking of there should have been a document.
Yes.
Up to where we are. So that is just a take home.
Yes. Sure, Chair, we take note and we want to ensure that this loan component is taken seriously. We know that other people need to benefit from this loan recovery, and we will take it seriously. Thank you.
Kaumbwe, last.
Just a bonus question.
Bonus question.
On page 6.
Page 6.
The administration cost.
That is a bonus question, but here there are no bonus questions. Eh? It's a question.
No.
Don't take it light.
On page 6.
Page 6?
Chair, the administration cost, they had no unspent funds, it was zero. Hence, they could not provide any ledger to account for the expenditure. But is this standard in principles of accounts, where the funding for 2024 was 1,415,250, and the Chair, the total expenditure was exactly 1,415,250.
How was it possible?
Yeah, because in this is administration cost, where you are buying fuel with the fume ways.
The Honorable, the question is clear. How was it possible? One of you should take it. TC, if it's you or Director of Finance, how was it possible? Or you just wrote?
Thank you, Chair. As the Department of Finance, we received requests, and according to the requests that we had received, Chair, all of them were paid as per the department's
And
position.
exactly the same amount you received, that's the same amount you spend. Is
yes,
it?
Chair, according to their submissions and our payments.
So do you have the ledger?
Unfortunately, Chair, that is...
That's why we are saying, how possible is that? No wonder you've not provided the ledger. You know, when we ask these questions, when some of this, somewhere, they said this committee has an X-ray eye. We can admit that. But where is the justification? It's a rare case. Not even the national budget. We have supplemented budget. It's only in Jongwe where you can have the administration cost exactly the same. We received this much, and that's the much we have spent. It's only in Jongwe. Anyway, we'll take your word. Page 11, as we are winding. On top there, action taken. TC, read your action taken. There are two projects there. Page 11, the action taken by Chongwe. Your mic on, sir.
Sorry. The Njolo clinic has not been operationalized due to lack of equipment, and the staff house, the ablution block at Molovimba, was not also operationalized due to the defect of the water tank.
Action taken.
management has since received submission from the procurement submission of the procurement of medical equipment for the Njolo Clinic from the Ward Development Committee to be considered under 2025 CDF. The evaluation block Malwemba is operational.
Okay, so the latter is okay. What of the Njolo? What happened after you received the submissions for 2025? We are in 2026.
So Chair, there's what happened was we have a procurement process where we are buying equipment for the clinics.
No, we are just talking of Njolo. Thank you very much for that privileged information.
So for Njolo
made.
Yes.
Yes, so where are we?
Chair, we are doing the EGP process to ensure that all these clinics are equipped, and as of last week,
still insisting of all clinics. We are interested in what?
In Njolo Clinic, because it was approved as inclusive, all the clinics, so it was part of the other clinics. So that's what I'm saying is in the process of procurement.
So there's a question on that. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Chair, this is surprising. 1 year down the line, after the construction of the clinic, it has never worked, this clinic. Why are you doing a disservice to the community? Chongwe Town Council. And the Chair, this equipment, when they come into town here, they can buy all of them at once within a day. All of them. Even today, within a day, you can have these equipment, medical equipment. All of them. These are not equipment whereby, Chair, maybe they are still planning this one, they are still what? One supplier can supply all of them within a day, Chair. Why should it take a year, Chong? Why? Now, can we try to be serious? Because this is a procurement department. Where are you, Director Procurement? Where are you? You are behind me.
Behind you, yes.
What is the problem, Director Procurement?
You may switch off if you want him to answer.
I still don't want them to answer. I'm still talking, Chair. What is the problem, Director Procurement? Is it the lack of resources? Is it the lack of the equipment itself? Or it is your kind of working culture where you don't care about these communities, such that even when the clinic or the structure has been constructed, you don't care whether it is working or not? Whenever you feel like procuring, that's when you procure. What is the problem? I've asked, trying to guide you on the provision of the three answers. What is the problem with you, Director Procurement and the TC, Chongwe Town Council? I submit, Chair. Because Chair, it depends me a lot. It depends me a lot. We do these things. We do these things. We don't want a style where we have to be pushing councils to buy this equipment. When they are here, Chongwe is in Lusaka province. Equipment is here in Lusaka. Why should we be pushing councils to procure things? The money is not from their pockets. The offices they are bearing are government offices. They are not personal. Just to procure, posting on EGP and procuring is the problem. To take 1 year. No, we can't allow that, Chair. We can't allow that. Is total inefficiency to its extent.
Taken. Let's hear from them. Procurement.
Thank you, Chair. The requisitions were just recently submitted to our office, and we have commenced the process.
From 2025. Look here, we are coming all the way from 2024. Then 2024, you finish a clinic. Now you tell us submissions have been received. so that we procure in 2025, and we are in 2026. Town clerk. Town clerk.
Thank you, Chair.
Town clerk. You wed today. Then you keep the wedded lady 1 year down the line. Don't you think that that lady will go to court? You cannot build a clinic in Njolwe 2024 and fail to equip it, fail to put it into use up to now. Cutting down on distances of they who are seeking medical what? Attention. That's the purpose. Wherever this process is, at whatever stage, what you've done to the abortion block, if it were possible, do it as quickly as possible to the Njolwe clinic. Thank you for the other 4. But this is 2024. You do a good job. Then you sit on your strengths. We are coming to the close of this interaction. It's a fair report. It's like maybe you didn't just sit to coordinate well. One specific audit query. We are looking forward to a Chongwe that would come with a 0 audit report. You come with information, then you think on our behalf. We thought you would not ask. But you came with the information. So whatever information we have asked you as a committee to submit to Secretariat, do it. Finally, this Chongwe report 2026, as we are looking at a rate for 2024, with the other Chongwe report, what do you say? See, Town Clerk, what do you say? This report of yours, the one we are considering today, and the other we considered last year, out of the 2 reports, what are you going to say?
Chair, there's a tremendous improvement. Yeah.
That's all we want.
We are doing it.
That's all we want. There's even your mood is slightly. How is your mood today?
No, we are okay. Chair.
Yes,
we are okay. Very
but
okay.
it's the same Dr. Mwansa, the same Mwene, Honorable Mwene, the same committee, the same auditors. Let's go and do our job. Internal auditor, do your job. You are together into this. If you do let the goals to be being scored, you are here, you will come also. We'll ask you why. You be helping Chongwe, you be helping the town clerk and the management get the advice from the internal controls. We have come to an end. Go back to Chongwe. You leave our immunity here. Go back. Go and improve. Director Finance. So that you have the information by your fingertips. I will not hesitate to say one of the local authorities, when it was appearing here, CDF money was being withdrawn. It took the bank to now call the town clerk or CS. Where are you? In Lusaka. Moving out from the account. It's a fair report. But don't go and sit. The substantive chair would say, you don't blink in local authorities. Don't. Go well to Chongwe. Go well and do the best that you can. I've withdrawn the immunity that was given unto you.
Thank you, Chair, and for the time.
It is a lovely Monday morning today, 9th February 2026, and you're just from watching the Committee on Local Government Accounts, receiving submissions from the Town Clerk, Chongwe Municipal Council, and their submissions were on the report of the Auditor General, Development Fund, CDF, 31st December 2024. Be on live commentary this morning. My name is Matima Mkua, and on sign language I'm joined by Chola Kauma and Jason Manda. Still to come to make their submissions to the Committee on Local Government Accounts, we have Luangwa Town Council and Chilanga Town Council. So just now we stand by for the second witness to make their submissions to the committee. Good morning and keep watching Parliament Television.